The Germans had advanced deep into France and were closing in on Paris. The French and the British had been forced back to the River Marne. However, the Germans had marched hundreds of miles through Belgium and France and had overextended their supply lines. This meant food, ammunition, fuel, medical supplies, reinforcements, and communication were taking longer to arrive to the front line from the German bases. Also, at this point, the Russians had mobilized and began their attack in the east. The Germans had to divert troops to the eastern front to hold the Russians. The original Schlieffen plan was to send a strong right-wing army to attack France from the west, while the left-wing army was to hold the line at the France-Germany border. However, due to overextended supply lines and less available troops due to the Russian attack on the eastern front, the plan was changed. The right-wing army now approached Paris from the east and northeast of Paris. Due to miscommunication and lack of supplies, a gap formed between the right-wing German armies. The French and the British recognized this gap and saw an opportunity to counterattack at the Marne River to exploit this gap. They attacked the German forces at each open flank of their armies. This caught the Germans by surprise, and they were forced to retreat and abandon their plan to encircle Paris. The Schlieffen plan had failed. Over 2 million soldiers fought in this battle, with both sides suffering around 250,000 casualties. The First Battle of the Marne was a key turning point in the war. Once the German advance was stopped, and both sides realized neither could easily break through the other's lines, they began digging in to hold their ground. Within days and weeks after the First Battle of the Marne, armies started constructing trenches, dugouts, barbed wire defences, and machine gun nests. This process was rapid and widespread, stretching the front line into a long, continuous network of trenches from the North Sea coast through Belgium and northeastern France, all the way to the Swiss border. This marked the beginning of what was called the Race to the Sea, as both sides extended their trench lines northward, trying to outflank each other, but ultimately locking into a continuous front.